Oh my gosh, welcome back to another. Uh-oh, we're shaking. Woo! Welcome back to another lesson, a Lighten Up with Bo. How are you? I hope you're feeling peaceful. Don't forget to take a breath. Sometimes it's just nice to take a breath. I appreciate you if you are subscribers, whoever you are in the world. I want to hear from you. I do have an Instagram, which is my name, B-E-A-U, Baker, B-A-K-E-R, _ on Instagram. If you want to message me there or go to my Lighten Up Movement website and send me a message, I'd love to hear from you. If you have any thoughts or questions, if I can help, stay peaceful, and let's move into lesson 15. And by the way, if you don't feel peaceful, that's okay. We're in a process. The messiness is allowed. Allow the messiness. Allow the fear, knowing that there is a blanket holding you, an eternal blanket that cradles you, that will never leave you. So in the midst of it, you can take a breath and go, hello, fear. You don't have to love it or make friends with it. You just notice it and allow it. Lesson 15, my thoughts are images that I have made. My thoughts are images that I have made. It is because the thoughts you think appear as images that you do not recognize them as nothing. So what we see in the world, right? It is because the thoughts you think that you think. So it's basically saying it's because the thoughts that you think that you really think. I know that's confusing language, so I'm going to say it again. It is because the thoughts that you think appear as images that you do not recognize them as nothing. So I'm going to say it one more time because it's still confusing to me. It is because the thoughts you think appear as images that you do not recognize them as nothing. So it's basically saying because you absolutely have these thoughts that have images attached to them, and then you walk out in the world all day long and see things that validate the very thoughts you have about a tree, about a house, it doesn't matter, about all these things, that you do not recognize them as nothing. You think them, and so you think you see them. This is how your seeing was made. This is the function you have given your body's eyes. It is not seeing. It is image making. It takes the place of seeing, replacing vision with illusions. It's kind of like that line in the Matrix movie where Keanu Reeves has just been, his real body has been awakened and they're putting him back together. He's got all the needles in him, the acupuncture needles, like 5 million of them. And he opens his eyes for a second and he says, "Why do my eyes hurt?" And he says, "Because you've never used them before." And it's kind of like in a dream, right? When you're moving around at night, when you're asleep and don't you think that the character that you believe you are in the dream and the images that you're seeing, don't you think you actually are seeing them? But what eyes are seeing them? What is seeing the images that you're playing around in when you sleep at night? So is this. We call what we're seeing all day long seeing. But if the true vision is the soul vision, Christ vision, holy vision, then what we are calling seeing isn't really seeing at all. This introductory idea to the process of image making, which you call seeing, will not have much meaning for you. Like right now, the egos and a lot of people will just shut down with what I just said and what I just read and be like, what? Overload, incomplete, shut down, overload, You will begin to understand it when you have seen little edges of light around the same familiar objects that you see about you now. And it means literally. Like if you start having what they call light visions, where you look at something and there's like edges of light around it. It will happen. Don't be afraid. I'm still waiting, actually. If I'm really radically honest with you, I've maybe seen light images a couple times. But I know people that have seen them consistently and have had many visions, so I'm learning to let go of how it shows up for all of us and just trust the process. That is the beginning of real vision. You can be certain that real vision will come very quickly when this has occurred. As we go along, you may have many light episodes, meaning as you go along in the lessons and in this process. They can take many different forms. So that's the other thing. A lot of us think light visions mean I'm going to see like an actual, like somebody shining a flashlight. I'm going to see light. They can take many different forms, some of them quite unexpected. Do not be afraid of them. They are a sign that you are opening your eyes at last. They will not last because they merely symbolize true perception and are not related to knowledge. These exercises will not reveal knowledge to you, but they will prepare the way to it. So what it's saying, by the way, is the ultimate knowledge, the knowledge of unlimited mind. None of these 365 lessons are meant to induce that, but they are meant to prepare the way for that. Because as you might know if you bought the book, the third section is a manual for teachers. It says in the text that to learn, you have to share. That teaching is how you recognize, recognize, recalibrate into your being the truth that is in fact there. If you don't share it, you don't believe you have it. So teaching is the process of recalibration. In practicing the idea for today, repeat it first to yourself, and then apply it to whatever you see around you using its name and letting your eyes rest on it as you say, "This blank is an image that I have made." So you close your eyes and say, "My thoughts are images that I have made." And then for about a minute or so, you'll open your eyes and look around. And when your eyes fall on something, like that pillow I'm looking at right now, this pillow is an image that I have made. And you'll just do that like you've done the other before. That chair is an image that I have made. Just like when you dream at night, guys, all the things that you see, the mountains, the cars, the boats, the planes, the people, are images that you have made. It is not necessary to include a large number of things in each practice period. It is necessary, however, to continue to look at each subject while you repeat the idea to yourself. The idea should be repeated quite slowly each time. Although you will not be able to apply the idea to very many things during the minute or so of practice that is recommended, try to make the selection as random as possible. Less than a minute will do for the exercises. If you begin to feel uneasy, do not have more than 3 practice periods unless you feel completely comfortable with the idea, and do not exceed 4. However, the idea can be applied as needed throughout the day. I like how it says do not exceed 4, because I remember doing these lessons, and remember, at some level, the ego mind of accomplishment and the achiever mind, it's doing the lessons right now. Part of it is doing the lesson to arrive someplace that it thinks we're not at. But you don't need to do more than what is stated. And when you're not doing the lesson, you don't need to think about it. Unless something happens during the day that snaps you into practicing it real time. Otherwise, you just go about your day. So, that's it for lesson 15. Thanks for tuning in. Feel free to put a comment if you have a comment or ask a question. Have a blessed day or night wherever you are in the world. Stay light. Climb a tree. swing on a swing, play together. I'll see you soon on another lesson or another video. Be well.